I was going to use products that I love, but something just didn't feel right. Not only were they super expensive, but they weren't Black owned, and for some reason, that was bothering me. But also, so does supporting a brand simply based on the color of the founder's skin. And it got me thinking, am I supporting the right businesses? Am I overthinking this? Honestly, does it even matter?
Life move fast and you do what you want. I guess I'm doing what I want.
Gang, wait, no. If this isn't your first time clicking onto a wash day, can you leave this emoji for me down below? Just because I just want to know. I would love to know. I want to say, hey, make my day. Let me make your day. It means the world for y'all to click on these videos. But anyways, wash day, it's wash day, but it's not any regular wash day, because this wash day I was actually struggling with what products I was gonna use, what I was gonna spend my money on, because y'all know we're not just willy-nilly spending our money, spending our coins on whatever right now. I went to go buy some products that I really love and have shouted out on this channel many times, but something just didn't feel right. And it was probably the gaping $100 missing out of my pockets for 3 products. I don't know, something told me to go return them, and that's what I did. I returned them and then got 4 products for a quarter of the price. One of those products being this bomb pre-poo that brought my curls back to life before I even washed them. I also made the choice to use what was already in my stash, because if you don't know, you should know, we use what's in our stash over here. If you have a shampoo in your closet, you don't need to go buy another shampoo. For me, I still got this CÉCRED shampoo that is honestly a banger, okay? This is one of the products. I don't know, like the more I use CÉCRED's products, the more they're growing on me. I might have to try that deep conditioner again, even though I don't know, that deep conditioner was just not doing it for me the first time. I don't know. So instead of that deep conditioner, I'm using something that is not new but true to me, and that is that 3-minute Miracle Moisture Mask by 𝐬𝐁. It gets the job done. And like every wash day, I shampoo twice, and then whatever conditioner or deep conditioner I'm using, I let that marinate on my hair. And then I go into styling, and we'll get into those products a little bit later, because not only do I like sharing what's on my hair in my videos, but also what is on my heart. And that has been the pressure to buy Black owned, and questioning, reflecting on if that pressure is necessary. Before I get into my thoughts, what are your initial thoughts on it? I would love to know. When you're shopping for hair care, are you looking at who owns the brand, who the brand was founded by? Do you think it matters as much as it is talked about on social media in real life? Black women deserve the very best, yet we're often treated last in healthcare, in pay, in safety, and I'm not here to debate that, because it's reality. When I see Black women authentically pour into other Black women, that warms my soul in a way that no price tag could ever reflect. Many Black-owned beauty and hair care brands were created to meet the needs that mainstream brands were ignoring, didn't acknowledge, or just honestly just didn't even have the experience to tackle. And being able to support brands like those feels like I'm affirming that value. But sometimes another brand, whether it's Black owned or not, it just works better for my hair or my pockets. And I wish this could go without saying, but not all Black women are the same. What works for one Black woman's hair is not necessarily going to work for the next, just because they have the same color skin tone. And please don't get it twisted. Just because someone has the same hair texture as you or skin color as you doesn't automatically mean that they support you or stand in solidarity with you because of it. I'm sure that there are Black owned brands out here that are in it for just the profit and not actually providing purpose. And being Black shouldn't be the only fulfilled requirement to invest into a brand. However, there is something powerful about that unspoken understanding that we share, that ease of being understood without explanation. When you're able to connect with community on a level where you feel seen and heard, it brings true healing. So maybe that's why we keep coming back and creating community, like the natural hair community, the pressure to buy Black owned. Not because we're all the same, but because of the shared struggle that connects all of us. Listen, we are underpaid, we are overlooked, and we are more likely to experience violence and less likely to be protected. And even when we do speak up, we're not always believed. That's the reality that we share. On a lighter note, I do want to share with you how I'm layering these products. First, I used that leave-in by African Pride. This is my first time using their products. Black led, I believe. Black owned, Black founded, they're all different things, but they are Black led, Black women led, I believe. The pre-poo was bomb.com. I should have listened to y'all years ago, to be honest. As for the leave-in, not anything spectacular on the first try, but for the price, definitely gave quality still. After using that first leave-in, then I went in with a bit more pricier leave-in from Camille Rose. Camille Rose, we all love her, okay? Black owned boss. I'm finishing it off with my Extreme Wet Line Gel. Either you love it or you hate it. I love it. However, I would like to explore more gels, maybe even in the Black owned universe. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. But as for this gel, I just had to get it. It just locks in the curls for me. I didn't use a lot, which I kind of regretted later in my week because my hair got super frizzy. But in terms of moisture, in terms of like softness, fluffiness, also the smell, like that first leave-in really came through with a nice fragrance. The curls were bomb. Like, this was a really easy wash day to refresh the curls, to bring life back into them. Don't be surprised when y'all see these products in the next video because your girl's using what's in the stash, okay? And while I did leave off on the point that true community creates healing, the realist in me also understands that community isn't perfect. Even though it is where I've found the most healing, it's also where I've experienced the most trauma. There are flaws, and that's because people exist in these communities and people themselves are flawed. And I think that needs to be a daily reminder for us all that regardless how you feel about this topic, whether it is in all support of prioritizing Black owned products, not even in just hair care, but outside of that, or you feel like, listen, I'm gonna just do my own thing because the Black community is not necessarily where I find my healing. I do believe we need to be careful to not let capitalism, consumerism define our worth. Not every decision has to be about a brand's name, the label, or even whatever movement is going on. And I say that very lightly because movements can be powerful, but you have to be a willing participant in that. Know who, what, and why you're doing it for. Because at the end of the day has to end. And listen, God has already reminded us to guard our hearts, to not be obsessed with money, with things, or chasing that next product. What really matters is being true to who you are and understanding what your values are and letting how you spend your money reflect that. Not out of guilt, not out of a TikTok told you so. You're trying to prove something. Whatever is in true alignment with what is real for you, what works for you. You matter. And that's it. That's all, y'all. That's all I got for this video. I do love talking about the entanglements of community and self. If you're into that, you should definitely subscribe to this channel because I have so many more topics that I want to explore. Real quick, a recap of the things I want you to take away from this video. Follow your gut, not the trends, not even the people that look like you. This pre-poo was bomb. Community is flawed, but it can bring healing. Choose how you want to spend your money, or it will choose for you. Leave this emoji if you stayed all the way to the end. I really hope I see you next time. Until then, so much love, so much peace. Deuces. I bet you've never seen a sponsorship at the end of the video, but shout out to today's sponsor, Not Another Hair Care. Not only have I been loving these clips, I find a new reason why I like them every single day I use them, but I've also been getting amazing feedback and also questions about when we're gonna restock certain colors. But listen, them while you can. Also, there's a weekly newsletter very similar to my videos but in an email format. You can sign up for that completely free. Use Not Another 20 code when you check out for 20% off your entire purchase. Thank you so much for your support. All right, deuces.